Hi friends, welcome back to another video. I am looking at myself in the viewfinder. I should stop doing that. I can't believe that I'm already heading into my second year of sewing and it's been a really fun journey. So today I just wanted to sit down and chat about what my sewing plans are for the new year. So most of these projects will feature fabrics that I picked up in Japan in September. There will be two parts to this video. The first part will be plans that I have for current fabrics, and the second part will be other sewing projects and plans that I don't have fabric for but I eventually want to get done. So let's dive right in. The first fabric would be this red gingham that I picked up in Tokyo. I have about like 5 to 6 meters of this, so I do have quite a bit that I can use. The first thing I want to make with this fabric is actually like a gathered skirt. I have no clue what this is called, but I'll put a picture of the skirt here. But it's kind of like a fitted top. From the waist, the top part of the skirt will be fitted, and then from the hips down, it will be gathered around. So I already found a pattern on Etsy for this skirt, so this will probably be something I will make in the first quarter. The second thing I want to make from this fabric is actually a Peter Pan collar top with a contrast white collar. So I don't actually have a lot of printed tops. A lot of my tops are cropped and solid colors. So I have crop tops in all different colors, but they're all like solid. So I wanted something that has print and it's a little bit more loose fitting, that's not exactly cropped. So I thought that this Peter Pan collar shirt would be really cute to make. I have kind of found like a pattern for it already, but it's actually a dress, so I will probably need to modify it into a top. Another top that I want to make out of this fabric would be just a very simple sheer tube top. And then I was thinking maybe I'll have like bows in the middle. For the last thing that I want to make from this fabric, if I have enough, would be a pair of loose pants or shorts. Really depends. I really like this one where the pants has like ruffles at the end, so I thought this is actually quite cute, so I might want to do something like this. The second fabric would be this plaid fabric that I also picked up in Japan. So the first thing I want to make with this fabric is a thin spaghetti strap sundress, and I want it to be kind of like loose fitting, so it's something that I can just throw on. Most days I don't really dress up too much, so I like something that's a little bit casual and just easy to, you know, get on with my day. This is probably will be one of my first makes of this year. And then the second thing I want to make would be this ruffle top. So I think in the photo there is tie straps. The top is elastic, and then there will be ruffle and then tier and then ruffle and then tier and then ruffle. I've tried something on like this before in a store, but it looks a little bit puffy on me, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I might have to just do 2-tier instead of 3-tier because I don't have that much torso. I'm very petite, so there's not much torso to fill up. Yeah, so that will be my second thing that I want to make out of this fabric. So for the third fabric would be this fabric. This is kind of like a chiffon, but I tried to find out what this is called, but it is a very loose width chiffon with like a checkered pattern. For this fabric, I was actually thinking of using it to make the gunny tie front top with a slight puff sleeve. So I know that this fabric is very soft and it probably won't puff up as nicely, so I'll probably have to like figure out how it's gonna work. But I thought it would be really cute to have like the gunny tie front top like a little bit see-through, so I would just wear like a spaghetti, like a bralette inside or something like that. The other thing I want to make from this fabric, I'm not so sure if this is gonna work, but I want to make like a shirt, like a collared, like a short sleeve button down collared shirt from this fabric. I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna go because this is a really soft and slippery fabric and I've never made a collared shirt before, so I think it would be a good idea to probably do a mock-up first. This is the one fabric that I am not super confident with. But going to my second year of sewing, you know, I'm gonna try things that I've never done before. The fourth fabric would be this filet lace fabric. The first thing I wanted to make was, I have two ideas for this fabric. So the first plan is actually to make a vest, but the problem is the design of the filet lace starts here and goes all the way down. If I make a vest, I'll probably have to remove a huge part of the lace, which is not what I want, so TBD to that idea. The second idea I have is actually like a baby doll dress with obviously a lining. If it's a baby doll dress, then I will be able to feature most of this design, so then I won't feel like I'm wasting the pattern. So we'll see about that. We'll see if I have actually enough fabric for a baby doll dress. This is something that also is kind of like a TBD. If I am confident enough, I will tackle this. Let's not say that. Let's rewind. This would be something that I will tackle eventually. So for the fifth fabric would be this fabric that I also picked up in Japan. What I want to make from this fabric would be a bag. It's called the Hobo Bag by 11 Good Patterns. I don't have much of this. I think I only bought like 1.5 meters, just enough for what is required to make this bag. I also already bought the, what's that thing called? The magnet, that magnet clasp. So I am 100% ready to work on this bag. And then for the next fabric would be this jacquard fabric that I also picked up in Japan. This would probably be my very first make of 2025 because I do want to make this for Chinese New Year. This dress, I really want to make like a baby doll dress, like an empire waist baby doll dress. So the pattern I'll be using would be the Bubble Frog by Lydia Naomi. I'll probably do without the scallop edges, only because I feel like that would be a bit too complicated for the pattern on this fabric. So I just wanted it to be like quite simple. And then the next fabric would be this fabric that I also picked up from Japan. I don't know how much I have for this fabric because it was like kind of like a dead stock fabric. So I have like two ideas that I want to make from this. The first would be a shirt dress. So I can't decide yet if I want to make it long or if I want to make it short. But I'm leaning more towards the short side. I've already found the pattern for this dress. It is called the Eva dress by Charlotte Rose Patterns. Yeah. And then the second thing that I want to make from this fabric, if I have enough, would be this cord set. The top of it, I think, is elastic, and then it kind of like goes out in an A-line shape, and then there is also like a contrast hemline at the bottom. So for the next fabric, it's actually two fabrics. It's this two fabric. This I have a lot of, I think 2 meters. This I only have 1 meter, and that's why we are combining them because there's not much I can do with this. I want to make the reversible quilted vest that's been like everywhere online. I just thought that it's super cute to actually put them together because of the yellow center of this flower matching with the yellow gingham. So the yellow is actually a pretty close match. So I really want to make this, but because it is a quilted vest, I will probably only make it if I have plans to go somewhere colder. So for the next fabric would be this orange fabric that is really small. I think it's only 1 meter. For this fabric, actually this was in my plans like months ago, but I never got to make it. I was thinking of making this top, so I don't actually have a pattern for this one. So I might have to either self-draft this or buy a pattern online and then like hack it. It doesn't look too complicated to make. So that would be that. For my very last fabric that I want to use would be this orange stripe fabric. I actually was thinking of making the same cord set as the green fabric that I have, but I don't think I will have enough to actually make the shorts version, so I will probably only use this to make the top. There will be all the plans I have for the current fabrics in my stash. We've come to the second part of this video where I will be sharing sewing plans that I want to make this year eventually. So the first thing would be a mesh tie front tiered dress. It looks something like this, but it's not exactly this design. I saw something like that in a vintage store when I was in Tokyo, but I didn't actually buy it, so it was due to like circumstances where I left the store and I never had a chance to go back to the store to get it. So I've been thinking about this dress since September, and you know what? Like, if I can sew, I'm gonna make it. So the problem is I didn't actually take a picture of the dress, so any kind of recreation of this dress is something that is just based on my memory. So it will not, definitely will not be 100% similar to the dress. The next thing that I want to make is something that I was thinking of for a while. So I want to make an underskirt. It will be a black gathered underskirt, but the ruffles at the end would be black lace, so that when I'm wearing it underneath a dress or a skirt, the lace will peek out. So I actually have this idea to wear it with the plaid dress, because the plaid dress is a little bit see-through. So I was actually debating whether I want it to kind of like be part of the plaid dress, or do I want to make it a separate skirt. So I decided that I'll make it a separate skirt so that I can wear it with other things, other skirts, other dresses. Yeah, so that is in the cards for probably the first quarter of the year. The third thing I want to make would be this Gode skirt. So I saw a skirt very similar to this at a vintage store here in Singapore, but it was a little bit expensive, so I didn't buy it. It didn't look exactly like this, but it was kind of like a Gode skirt, but the parts where it's Gode, they are laced. So I was thinking that, you know, if I can sew, why not try make it myself? So here we are, trying to make a Gode skirt that I've never done before. So it's a lot of learnings to do. So the last thing, it's not really a thing, but it's a technique, is cross-stitching or embroidering on my own garments. I really like the vintage style of embroidery and cross-stitching like this and this, but I also do like something a little bit more cutesy like this. So it's almost like doodling on your clothes. So I feel like I do want to attempt to sew something like that. That's all for my plans for 2025. We'll see if I actually manage to get through every single one of them, because there is a lot. There is a lot. And yeah, that's all. That's all I have to say. Nothing else. Okay, bye.